It began with a gas meter reader doing his routine check until something strange pulled him toward a derelict home. A body.
A dead body or something laying right over there. I did not get closer.
Thank you for watching Why I Killed You TV. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this particular YouTube video, and subscribe to this particular YouTube channel. We're going to be talking about Bianca Rainer. Bianca Rainer was just 29 years old. She was from Blytheville, Arkansas. She was tragically found deceased on June the 20th, 2018. Her body was discovered by utilities workers in the brush outside of a home in the 2000 block of West Cherry Street. Upon arrival, authorities observed that Bianca's body was wrapped in a blanket with a cord around her neck. She sustained multiple injuries, including at least 3 gunshot wounds to her head and lacerations to her face and her scalp. The body showed signs of decomposition, indicating that it had been there for quite some time. An unusual detail noted by investigators was the presence of a puzzle piece stuck to her body, which later became a significant clue to the investigation. Let's run this clip.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.
It began with a gas meter reader doing his routine check until something strange pulled him toward a derelict home. A body.
A dead body or something laying right over there. I did not get closer.
You kill that woman.
What places did I fail?
Failed all of them. You're a sex offender, needs to be thrown in jail.
When he's acting suspicious, he's looking around, he's not looking at us in the eyes.
Did you have sex with her, Harold?
Okay. Very rare that a suspect would agree to such a thing.
What we didn't know at the time was that she had actually been shot 3 times in the head.
911. Got a phone call from out there.
Oh, yes, I think I just found a dead body.
Okay, where at, sir?
I am on the intersection of 21st and Cherry. Because I was doing a meter check and walked up on it. I didn't get super close.
Can you tell anything? Is it a male or a female?
No, I didn't get that close.
Is it a black male? Is it a black person or a white person?
It's a black person.
How far are you from it?
Close as I want to be.
21st and Cherry. Yeah, 10-4.
Within minutes, Blytheville, Arkansas police dispatched Sergeant Michael Danner to the scene, an abandoned house on the outskirts of town,
where everyone knows their neighbors. But in June 2018, Blytheville, Arkansas, a small town, was shaken by a crime so brutal that it would haunt them for years to come. It began with a gas meter reader doing his routine check until something strange pulled him toward a derelict home. A body.
A dead body or something laying right over there. I did not get closer. Laying right up in there. And I worked for the gas company. I was checking that meter on the walk report.
And that bush there?
The dispatcher wanted to know if it was male or female. I said, ma'am, I'm not being hateful. That's not my job to know that. I'm not walking back in there.
I got you, buddy. Just hang back.
All right.
1750. If you get me CID out here, I'm gonna have a body. You all right, buddy?
Yeah, I'm all right.
I mean, I know, you know, we see this kind of stuff, but I know you don't.
Every time I work here, I always say, you never know what you'll find. Well, that wasn't what I was expecting.
The caller appeared to be shaken. He was obviously upset by what he had seen. I'm not thinking that this gentleman's involved because he's very shocked at seeing the body. Inside the gas meter, I observed what appeared to be a black female deceased. She had been deceased obviously for a couple days because of her condition. When I'm going by the body, I get a real good taste of it. Because, I mean, people can say what they want to about the smell. You can taste it. It permeates you.
Your bumper? Yeah. Right there.
Hit your lights.
The residence on Cherry Street where the victim was located, local drug users would use that residence to squat in and use it also for a place to get high. We arrived on scene and it was important to clear the residence where the body was located because there may be potential suspects or other victims inside the residence, and it could be our potential crime scene as well.
Whoa.
There was a slight amount of decomposition. She was swelling as well. We could not identify her because she was not recognizable. Her face was not recognizable. And we knew that somebody had killed her and dumped her there.
The body was in horrible condition. At the time, it was so many bugs and flies on it that you wasn't too sure what happened. The dress that she had on appeared to be a pink and black dress. And there was mild discoloration in the front middle portion. And just the material of the dress and the way she was laying appeared that she was possibly sexually assaulted. As I was taking photos of her body, I noticed that there was a small puzzle piece stuck to her stomach area.
It was odd that one puzzle piece was stuck to her body. There was no puzzle pieces inside the residence where the body was found, nor there were no puzzle pieces around the body in the yard. So at that point, we started trying to find where this puzzle piece had come from. We knew if we could find where this puzzle piece came from, then we probably had located the crime scene.
She had no ID, no name, just a floral tattoo and a children's puzzle piece pressed to her stomach like a cryptic clue. Hours into the investigation, a man appears asking if police have found his friend, Bianca.
I received information from an officer that Jasper Perry had come to the scene and told them that he had been looking for his friend. Her name was Bianca Rainer.
When we're working a crime as heinous as this, to have a bystander come up and ask officers, "Did you find Bianca Rainer?" That's odd, considering we didn't even know who she was.
Jasper Perry had helped identify the body, Bianca Rainer, 29 years old.
All right. Would you be willing to write me a statement about Bianca?
I left the scene, went a few blocks to the house, and talked to Jasper Perry.
Can you write me a statement about Bianca, about maybe what she was wearing, anything like that? See, right at this point, we're trying to eliminate everything.
And how long ago it had been since he had seen her and where she might have been going.
Okay, she had on a dress.
She had on dreads?
A dress, like a black and pink dress.
Was it striped or?
Striped.
Striped?
Yeah.
Black and pink dress?
Yeah.
Once he describes the dress to me, I'm thinking that our deceased person is Bianca Rainer.
She told me she going to Miss Payton shop and she'll be right back. But if it's her name Bianca, yeah, Rainer.
Bianca Rainer, okay.
Now that we do have the name of the victim, we obviously want to do everything we can to find the young lady's killer.
Bianca, a hard-working mother of 2 kids known for her kindness and determination.
Bianca was the first daughter that I had, believe it or not, and I call her my daughter because she was with me from the time she was a year old up until she got grown. She was my son's daughter. And when she came to live with me, everything was just wonderful because I had him there, I had her there. She was my prize.
Bianca was like really an angel on earth, really, like she could do no wrong. She was always quiet, she was timid, she was shy, but like she was always happy. She was always smiling. You'd be like, Bianca, why you smiling so hard? Like, why you always so happy, girl? Like, you know, she was that type of person. It hurted me so bad when she got killed because, you know, we family.
The investigators turned to Jasper as he was the last person to see Bianca.
A day and a half or 2 days ago.
So it was either Monday or Tuesday, right?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
Mm-mm.
Who is Bianca to you?
Just a friend.
Just a friend?
I met her or whatever, and she said she ain't had nowhere to go, so I let her stay at my house. All her clothes still at my house right now.
Were you involved with her sexually?
No,
Not
we
at
was
all?
just friends.
Never had a sexual relationship?
Never had a sexual relationship with her. I was just trying to help her out.
Okay. Did you have anything to do with this situation?
Come on, man. I'm hurt more than anything because she was closer to me than anybody. You know what I'm saying?
You are aware of what DNA is and all that?
Yeah.
You don't have a problem with giving us a sample today for DNA?
You can do that.
Jasper Perry gave us a story which we didn't believe, so we offered him a polygraph. He agreed to take it.
Test is about to begin. Please remain still with your feet flat on the floor, facing forward. You kill that woman. You help plan or participate in the killing of that woman.
The machine tells a different story. Deception, evasion, fear.
Jasper, I've scored the charts. I've looked at everything. It's obvious you're not being honest with me about your involvement with her death.
Man, this test is not right. It's not right. So
That
what
doesn't
questions
matter.
did I fail?
Failed all of them. You failed the test.
But I
You're called. You killed her. Now, here's the thing.
You said I killed her?
Yes. I'm saying you killed her.
Man, that's on my kids. I didn't
Don't
kill
put
her.
anything on your kids. Don't do that.
Oh my God, man, y'all finna charge me with a murder.
Now, let me tell you this. All right. Looking at how she was, I mean, you felt bad about what you did. You did. It was obvious.
I swear to
I don't
God.
think it was on purpose.
But I'm telling you,
I
I
don't
didn't.
think it was on purpose.
Sir, I didn't kill her.
Once a person's found deceptive on a test, and then of course you go from the regular casual interview to it is an interrogation at that point. So we are going to do what we got to do to get that information, and it does put pressure on that person. It is a stressful situation. There's one or two things happen here. Okay, you're a cold-blooded killer that needs to be locked up and the key thrown away. You're a person that made a mistake.
I didn't kill her.
We knew that if he did have something to do with her, it was possible that his DNA would probably be on her. We didn't have any analysis back at this point, so we didn't know.
At that point, I don't know if he's going to be the person who actually killed Bianca, but he's definitely going to be a suspect until we determine why it is that he was deceptive on this test. You also have said some things that I felt were pretty interesting.
Like what?
That she wasn't raped. Because you said she couldn't be because she was on her period. How did you know she was on her period?
Cause I told you she was wearing some tight shorts and I see her pad.
Are you a cold-blooded killer?
No, I didn't. I killed nobody. Period.
Then you're a person that made a mistake.
I didn't make no mistake. I didn't kill this woman though. I'm telling you, I didn't.
We knew that Jasper was deceptive. He was definitely still a suspect in this case.
Then, an unexpected clue. A 911 call made the night before the body was discovered by a man named Ricky Bassett, a registered sex offender living across the street. The same street Bianca's body was found on.
So as we're listening to this phone call, the detective who handles our sex offender registry recognized the voice on the phone call as that of Ricky Bassett, who is a local registered sex offender.
We found a body over there at that house, okay? You called it in last night. You called in the door was kicked in over there.
Yeah.
Mr. Bassett told us that he was going to his old residence, which was across the street from where we located Bianca Rainer's body, to look for a wrist brace that he had left at the residence, and noticed that the door was open to the residence across the street, and he just wanted to call the police and report it.
You said that was your hand brace, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then you left it in the house when you moved?
Yeah.
Ricky did not live in the residence where we found the brace, so we knew that it was highly suspicious that we would find this wrist brace he's looking for at what we at the time thought was the scene of the crime.
Why was your hand brace in the house where the girl was found?
It's supposed to be in that other house over there. The other house where I moved.
I don't know how your wrist brace gets in this house. And you're over there looking for your wrist brace, Ricky. It don't make any sense. Okay? You've been in prison before. We know that. And it was for rape, correct? Is there any reason why your DNA will come back on this girl?
No, sir.
Will you submit to a polygraph?
Yes, sir.
We're going to give it to you right now, okay? So I'm not going to lie to you. Right now, I'm looking at you as a suspect, man.
The lie detector hits again.
Okay, Ricky, so you know why we're here, right?
Detective Simpkins questions Ricky about Bianca's murder.
Did you kill that woman? You know for sure who killed that woman.
Ricky appears calm, looking straight ahead during the test. Detective Simpkins runs through the questions and then analyzes the test data.
Ricky, I scored the polygraph charts. I think you were there, and I think you know who done this.
Ricky fails,
I even believe you took part in it.
but denies involvement.
Your hand brace was in the house. Right now is the opportunity. Right now is the time that you need to start coming clean about this. What happened?
Hey, all I know the door was open.
A girl is dead. There's 2 children without a mother tonight. Be honest with me. Be honest with me about what happened so I can tell her family what happened. Tell me what went on. A polygraph examination can be a several hour long process, and it does put the heat on a person. It obviously is a challenge because we have to determine why is he showing to be deceptive. There's 1 or 2 things here. They could say you killed her out of just cold blood, you're a sex offender, needs to be thrown in jail. Or this was an accident. This is something that went wrong. You felt bad, that's why you called. Tell me, Ricky. Tell me what happened to her so I can tell her family.
So I don't know.
A search of Ricky's home across the street where Bianca was found dead and finds a new tenant living there.
I just basically swerved in there and just basically got out and said, hey man, I need to talk to you.
He seemed odd. When questioned about Ricky, he lied.
Yes, sir. I know he come back while we was cleaning out the house Monday morning and was sifting through the garbage looking for a wrist brace.
At this point, he's acting suspicious. He's looking around. He's not looking at us in the eyes.
What'd you say your name was?
Dalton Torres.
You got ID?
No, I don't.
You don't have no form of ID?
No, because when I was on the train here, my wallet was took out of my bag while I was sleeping.
What's your date of birth?
7/21/1995.
95? 95?
This man looked about 60. I knew immediately that he was lying to us.
Do you have any issues with us walking around back here to your house and talking?
No.
Private? Okay.
No. You can see what a mess the house is in. Bathroom still needs cleaning, and all this has to be, most of this has to be put out. All that's like puzzle pieces and stuff that we swept out of there. This house needs a lot of work.
We can see these puzzle pieces laying all over the floor in the hallway, and they're covered in a stain that we automatically recognize as blood. We knew at that point, we've got our crime scene. We were there. We were where we needed to be.
Hey, do you mind coming up to the police station with us and talking to us? Well, I want to sit down and talk to you slowly, okay? You're not under arrest. I'm going to put you in some cuffs for safety reasons, okay?
I just basically wanted to keep him calm and put him in cuffs. I didn't know if he had a gun because I hadn't searched him yet.
I'm going to take some stuff out of your pockets here, all right? Well, you didn't lie when you said you didn't have no ID, did you? You got a driver's license?
Like I said, my whole wallet was took. I got that wallet from a friend of mine.
He lied about his name.
Well, that looks an awful lot like you in that driver's license.
It's not me.
I didn't know who I was talking to until I found his driver's license. I'm looking at the picture, I'm looking at him. It was obvious that he was Harold Bennett.
You got a reason to lie to me about who you are?
No, I don't.
All right, you're in custody right now, okay? Just until I figure out who you are. Get a transport unit over here. Hang on, Harold. Dalton. My bad, brother. You responded well to Harold, though.
We knew that if he's lying to us about that, then he probably knows a lot more about Miss Rainer's case.
You're Harold Bennett. Why would you lie to me and tell me that you're not Harold Bennett?
Because I have 8 warrants in Arkansas.
We find a girl that we believe is raped across the street from here.
He lied about Bianca and soon about everything else.
At this point, I suspect that you did something to the girl.
No, I did. That's the honest truth. I did. I'm not lying either.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about it, brother. The black girl that we found across the street from your house, did you know her?
No, I didn't.
Have you had any girls in your house this week?
No, I didn't. I didn't go in that house till first thing Monday morning after 8 o'clock.
There's no reason why your DNA should be on Bianca. And there's no reason why Bianca's DNA should be on your body anywhere.
That's
or
right.
in your house.
That's right.
No reason at all.
No reason at all.
Listen, buddy. If you had sex with that girl and you don't tell us and her DNA comes back on you, you're kind of... Did you have sex with her, Harold?
No. Yes, I had sex with her. And yes, I paid her $50 because she said that's what her price was. And I have trouble maintaining, an erection and everything. So we didn't have sex probably more than 5 minutes and it was over with.
Did that make you mad?
No,
You just
it don't make me mad. No.
That's just human nature. If I killed somebody, I wouldn't want to say it either. But I'm going to tell you something, man. And this is not because I'm a cop, because I'm going to charge you regardless. I'm going to be honest with you. If you hold on to that, that will you up for the rest of your life.
What's that?
The pain of what you did to that girl.
I didn't know.
That woman had 2 baby girls. 2 baby girls. That will never see her mama again.
I did not kill her, sir.
You know what happened when you were hurt. I know you feel bad about what happened. You're not a bad person. Mr. Bennett, what happened? What happened? What happened in there?
But there was a little financial time. She grabbed it and said it. I tried to take that little daughter back. Stabbed it in the back. I got mad and stabbed it. Down the bar. I got a bar with a financial. And I grabbed it.
You go down there and let them show me where it's at.
Need a lighter? Get it lit? Alright, let me pull my car in. Right over here, number 8. Is that where you live at? Come over here. Told me where everything happened. I want you to show me, okay? Can you do that for me?
It is very rare that a suspect would agree to such a thing, but Harold was wanting to tell his side of the story, so to speak. That sealed the deal with him.
Okay, so you and Bianca were over here, right? Yes. Okay.
She don't love she first.
Okay.
We went in the bedroom.
Okay.
And we came back in here.
Okay.
and I ended up not being able to finish, you know. Yeah. And roughly, at least half the money back. He got mad.
He reenacts it for police, room by room, word by word, laughing, mimicking the sounds of each strike.
And she started waving like this.
Harold was steadily portraying himself as he was a victim in this, and this was self-defense.
Laura's laying right here. I grabbed Laura, swung it.
So if I'm her, how did you hit? You don't really hit, you just bam.
I hit her again twice in the head. I went bam, okay, bam. I'm trying to be rational and calm with her, trying to calm her down. And she won't settle down for nothing. And so I go in there and I'm sitting down, I'm smoking, I'm wondering, what do I do, what do I do? And I'm like, Lord, please forgive me, Lord, please forgive me, you know?
He would say that he felt bad about it, but his actions, his body language showed more that he was excited about reliving it.
Harold continues his story of disposing of Bianca's body by dragging her across the street in a trash can and dumping her beside the house.
Right in here?
Right, either there or right here, I can't remember where.
I was able to garner the confession from Harold Bennett and prove that he acted alone. He was wanting to cast himself as a victim, but he almost appeared as if he was proud of what he had done.
I'm involved in this case, and the detectives called our office and notified us that Bianca Rainer's body had been found. The reenactment video was very difficult for me to watch. The way Harold Bennett described what he did to her was very upsetting. While we were watching the video, the medical examiner called one of the other detectives to tell him the cause of death. And what we didn't know at the time was that she had actually been shot 3 times in the head.
What is it? There's a buck. What's that in it?
During the reenactment video, he never mentions shooting her. He does attempt to portray the murder as more of a self-defense, which obviously, you know, when he shoots her 3 times in the head, I mean, there was no self-defense involved with regard to that. But it made the murder just that much more heinous.
Within 24 hours of the 911 call, Harold Bennett was in custody, charged, and later convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life imprisonment.
He is convicted of the first-degree murder of Bianca Rainer and sentenced to life in prison.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.